The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Works the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The incompletion on first down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Looking for a man, it's Everett. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Notre Dame right back to the line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Trying to pound it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Irish offense comes out, first chance we've had to see them today. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Jackson gonna throw it. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, it's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Throws for the tight end. At the 45, on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck, really nice job by the linebacker there.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson will throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. New set of downs after that completion. They'll go to the ground. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's Everett. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Everett. They're trying to get to it. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wide out in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice move to pick up yardage. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Adkins. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. On the move, it's Jennings. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. From the gun, the running back has it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Everett. Got his man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They keep attacking through the air. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On target to the left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
It's caught. On the move at the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. He's going to pass. pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Jackson gonna throw it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. And it's third down, but they're gonna go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Neutrals on defense.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Discards a man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. First down for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You have field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker? one of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Back to throw, it's Everett. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Setting up the screen. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try the left side. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson will throw. Gets open down the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. On the ground, it's Jennings. And the Canes get enough for the 1st down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They'll try to find a more productive play this time on second and long from the 14. To the air, it's Everett. Shoots it to the left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Coming after it.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They go right back to him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He just won't take a big hit, slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to pass. It's Everett. Fires complete on the crosser. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Can anyone catch him? And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They move the tight end all over. Now the play fake. Looking to buy time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Looking to go up top on first down. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Dropping back, it's Everett. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And he knocks it through, and they take the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Works the middle of the field. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab outside. It's Gibbs. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. And he's running in the open. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are. what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.